Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, ma'am.
How's everyone? 10 o'clock and I have only 5 participants. Why is it like that?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Aman. How are you?
Ma'am, because it's 10 o'clock.
Yes. Okay. Maybe like
Ma'am,
10 minutes and then we have more participants. Yes, Amina.
my video will be off today.
Why?
There's some internet issue from yesterday. I don't know why. Whenever I on my video, my internet either goes away or something happens to it. I don't know. It's really a mystery. I'm
Sometimes
still figuring out what is wrong with it.
sometimes literally the internet troubles you like badly, I would say. You don't know what is happening, how will you do things across, but then yes, they'll trouble it.
Ma'am,
Yes.
the Saktipas you give to Zida.
Yes, I gave it to her, but more than Zida, Emmett was playing with it. Emmett thought it is some insect, and he's doing say
Ma'am,
kira.
ma'am, I have done making Saktipas.
Yes, I have posted an assignment. I forgot to post it that day. Today I have posted it. Please attach all your pictures to it and send it back to me. Okay? Sorry, Sarah.
Nothing, ma'am. Nothing.
Yes. And what about your assignments? Are your assignments done? Who all has submitted the assignments? Shall quickly raise your hands.
Submitted. Question answers?
Aman submitted. Okay. Sorry, beta.
Ma'am, the question answers or
Yeah, the
the
question
same
answers.
one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, I have also
I submitted. Did you get it?
Drashti,
Submitted
Mahira,
before.
Irfan.
Ma'am, just could you check because I don't if you got my assignment or not.
Actually, I'm in a different room now. I'll just go, like after this lecture, I'll go and check. And then you want me to post it in the classroom for those who've not submitted? I'll just check and I'll message on your personal WhatsApp number. That would be more appropriate. Okay.
Because like I had even posted one assignment and the assignment was not being seen by the teacher. So I'm just asking because of that.
No. Today, the ones that was being made on Mahira, the one that was made in our previous lecture, you have to just attach the photograph. That's it. Okay. It's 10:03. We'll wait for 2 more minutes and then we'll start. Today, what are we going to do? Like, we're just about to end the chapter and we have 3 activities in this. Those practical activities where we'll be just discussing about the activities. And then as like I told you in my previous lecture, I want you all to prepare a PowerPoint presentation or a poster, whatever you're comfortable with. Okay, it could be both the things. It could be either one of them. See, we have Mariam also joining us. And according to those activities that we read today, you can decide. And then by the end of this month, we'll be doing all these activities. That will go hand in hand. But then I have one more chapter behind this. So I need to complete it quickly because as per our last discussion, you will be having your exams by the end of March. By the last week of March, you'll be having your exams.
Ma'am, our exams are in March or
March. By the end of March, like after 20th of March, you will be starting with your examination. So again, I have just 1 month, not in 1 month, I would rather say 8 lectures in which I have to complete one more chapter. So this is what I'll just try and do it with that discussion. Just quickly starting this thing, it's 10:05, because I want to complete it. This just discussing, let's see what happens. You come to know what I am trying to say. Because with Mendeleev, I've completed the chapter, like we are on the discussion for the question answers. So inshallah with your batch also.
Ma'am, you do offline classes?
No, 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 no. Online only. Good morning, Mariam. That's fine. It happens. As I stay far away, I can't go every day to Nirula. That is the reason I take, let's see, but mental is in hybrid class. But yet again, like up till now, the science is with me. Let's see, like if they get one more science teacher for an offline batch, then I think so it will change. Okay, we were done with littering. You know,
Yes.
this is what
Ma'am,
was,
this next page is not done.
which one? This one, na? This one is left,
No, no,
right?
no, no, ma'am, not
So
that.
the
Okay, this one is also
yeah,
left.
Yes, yes, yes.
yes.
Okay, chalo, where
We
does
did
this
the
page
up
start?
question, but not the down one. The
Okay.
true and false one.
Can you be a little more precise because I'm not very sure as in like where I've stopped.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Oh,
ma'am,
you
we
see
did not
true
do
and
the
false.
that question answer.
Okay, the
because
question answer thing,
we
the
have to-
right hand side of the page has
Yes,
to be done. Okay,
yes, ma'am,
Yeah.
and you did not explain this page.
and I have to explain this page also, is it?
That day you said that in next class we will do this.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll quickly read and I'll just explain what is there. Something, okay, let me just scroll a little up. Imagine a hungry animal trying to find food. It smells food, but it isn't food. It is food packaging. There might be small amount of food in the packaging, but usually there is a lot of more packaging than food. A hungry animal wants to eat. It eats some of the packaging. Unfortunately, many sorts of packaging cannot be digested by the animal. Packaging can cause many health problems. See, we all have, we eat those chips and we have those small bits of chips which we generally don't eat, we just throw away. If there is any stray dog or any other animal that smells food, if they feel that there is food inside and they don't have hands and all, they will remove it from the wrapper. What will they do? They'll try and eat it. What will happen if they eat that
It's true.
packaging?
I've seen it. Like there's a couple garbage dumps near me. I've seen dogs and other stray animals digging in the trash.
Perfect.
And also, like cows do it. Like over here in Pune, like the farmers let the cows just wander around.
Mhm.
Or like they go to like any garbage can or like a garbage dump, and they eat over there, like the plastic and all. And many of them are so sick,
Yes, so why are
and
they
they
sick?
also get lots of health problems because of that.
Definitely. See, those first of all, those packet can cause choking hazard. First thing first. Rest, even if they're able to swallow it, what about the chemicals in the plastic and what not things they are made up of? Will that be digested? Won't they pose some threat to the animals? It will definitely. They may even lose their lives. So, do you think that doing this, recklessly, just throwing it here and there, can take somebody's life? So next time, whenever you have those chip packets, those ice cream packets and everything, see to it that you put it in a proper disposal system. Okay. We know how important it is not to drop litter. In some places, litter is a big problem. In Maldives, we are a very beautiful island and are visited by lots of tourists. The tourists and the islanders produce lots of litter and general waste. To dispose all this litter and waste, one of the island is now used as a landfill site. See, there is a picture over here. Beautiful island of Maldives is now being converted as a landfill area. Because when we have tourists, like if you've been to any tourist spot, anybody, generally people, we stay near marine drives and all. Anybody who's visited Marine Drive, Gateway of India, Chowpatty, can you see the amount
Yes.
of litter that? Yes. Can you see?
Ma'am, I went to Chopati.
Yes, ma'am. One day my father had
There was
gone
too
there
much
for some-
litter. So mom said do not go near the water.
That even the water, if you go, the water is so toxic that you'll feel you'll fall sick instantly. It's black, it's muddy, it's dirty. It has every wrong things which was not supposed to be kept there. So what happens? Such a beautiful place like Maldives. We see na, everybody running to Maldives for vacations, for honeymoons, for this, for that. But what will happen? The litter that has been produced, the waste that has been produced, has to be treated somewhere. So there is an entire island. You know, can you see how big? If you know what an island is and how big it is, the entire place is now been used only as a landfill. So that is equals to the number, the amount of garbage, the amount of litter that is being produced is that big over there. So littering is not a small problem. It is a very
Ma'am,
big environmental issue. Yes, Peter.
can I say something?
Yes, please.
So in Singapore is known for its innovative ways. So like they have created like a small man-made island, and over there they recycle the plastic and all. And you know what? Even people can go and visit that island. And I saw a video, and in it was like it was not looking like it was made for like recycling trash, but it was so beautiful.
Wow, that's so nice and so thoughtful. You know, we should take in some such efforts where you can
Ma'am, the
contribute
question
positively to the
can you
environment.
tell?
Sorry.
The question answers can you tell?
Yes, yes. Whose job is to stop or reduce littering? Whose job is it? Ours, the
Ma'am,
government,
everyone.
everyone,
Everyone.
every individual is equally responsible. We generally say, when there are rainfalls, Bombay has this thing, सबसे पहले BMC को पकड़ो, वो लोग काम नहीं करते. But then why don't you think the blockage is because of the litter that you've produced? I understand their work is to clean the garbage, but what if we do it ourselves? If we minimize it, if we properly put it into right places, will things not become easily? Every year we have waterlogging, every year we have this problem where we have mosquitoes, we have malaria, we have all the other diseases caused by mosquitoes. But why is all this happening? Because of our reckless activities. So whose responsibility it is? It is a responsibility of each and every individual. Like right from the individual level, go up. Then if you are responsible, then point a finger to somebody else, or else no discussion. Is littering each person's responsibility or littering a responsibility of the entire community? I would rather say it is an individual responsibility first, then comes the community. What did you decide? So what did we decide? That it is an individual responsibility first, and then comes the community responsibility. Okay, what can you do to help them? What can we do? Suggest any one way where we can reduce littering. Quickly.
Ma'am,
We cannot throw the litter everywhere. Like we have
Hmm.
to throw in the garbage.
And
So can I
reuse.
say proper disposal of litter? Will that be of?
Yes. Composting, ma'am. Compost.
Hmm. Okay, anything apart from this? Uh,
Composting.
can we substitute, or we could rather say uh, reuse? We can use either paper or some reusable stuff so that we can reduce them. Like,
yes, ma'am.
yes.
Reusable.
See, I had discussed this thing. There is this chai wala shop in Bangalore where it does not give those thermocol cups. What do? We have to carry our collapsible cups from our home, drink the chai, put it back inside your bag, come home, wash, and take it again tomorrow. So the entire thing is only getting eliminated. There is one more shop in Bangalore. It is a grocery shop. All the containers are the normal ones, those that are there in the homes. Nothing of plastic. You will not get any plastic packaging also. What you're supposed to do, take your container, take your any bag that is, a cotton bag or something, take all your stuffs in that, come back home and store it in a proper way. So there is no use of plastic only. If there is no use of plastic, there will be no litter only that is being produced. So one to is reduce the littering. Next, once the reduction is done, you have to proper dispose the litter. Okay, so I can say reduce reduce or what can I say
Reuse.
is, please help me.
You can say reduce the amount of plastic bags and containers used.
I think I want that word. It's like, like we can use those reusable things. Those. Okay, we could write it.
We could write reduce unusable things and reuse usable things.
Yes. We can write. I'm actually, I'm running out short of a word. I have that thing in my mind, but I'm not able to get it. I want to use a word like where we can use the thing that could be, reused again, like those cotton bags,
Recycle.
and
Recycle.
all. Wait, let me just try if I
Ma'am,
can.
what are you writing? Proper disposal of litter.
Litter. That is the first thing. Second thing is what?
Start
Use of, I would say, cloth bags. Cloth bags or containers to minimize litter. Okay, these are the two things. We could use cotton bags or the metal containers that would minimize the litter. Please take a note of it. It is always good when you write along with me. If it is not possible, you can take a screenshot. But yes, it's always good whenever you attend lecture, get your pencil, get your book, and note whatever. You can just write the page number from here, and you can just write the question numbers, write the answers. Okay, once you're done, please let me know so that I can scroll. I want to finish this thing today.
Done, ma'am.
Everybody? Aman,
Yeah,
Musa,
can you just wait a
Sarah?
minute?
Yes, sure.
Yes, ma'am, I get it.
Can I scroll?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We have looked at reducing litter and reducing waste as a two-way. See, we have to reduce it, and later we have to properly dispose it. There are two ways that we can care for the environment. Are the following statements true or false? Just let me scroll my page a little. We'll be quickly answering to these questions. Why does it come along? Why can't they stay in the answers itself? Chalo. It is not a problem to drop a litter in the street. What is it? True or false?
False.
Quickly write on the screen. It is a problem because whenever you drop a litter on the street, there are stray animals. There will be a drainage problem.
Put my letter in the letter bin. Yes.
I put my litter in the litter
True.
bin. True or false?
True.
Very
True.
good.
True.
Ma'am, true.
We need to reduce waste.
We need to reduce waste.
True.
True. Very good.
True.
True, ma'am, true.
Definitely. Chalo, scrolling on to the next page, here is the activity that I've just discussed. We'll just quickly read what is it and then we understand. I want somebody to read. Who will read?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
should
can
I
I
read?
read?
I heard somebody from the boy. Who was it?
Aman.
Ma'am, can I read?
Yes, Aman. I would love to hear you. Chalo.
From what you can you do to from there?
Yes.
What can you do to help others to care about the environment? In this unit, you will work on a project to encourage others to care for the environment. Below is some information about projects you can do. Each project asks you some questions. You will need to research to find the answers. At the end of the project, you will give a presentation. Think about the sort of presentation you can do. Maybe you can do a play. Maybe you can
मम्मी नहीं
design
बना
a
रही कुछ
poster
भी.
that all the school can see.
What
नहीं
is
बना
it?
रहे कुछ भी. हो गया वेनसडे को ही फर्स्ट क्लास में.
Is our school
The
tidy,
pink
or is there any litter?
Ma'am, can I rejoin one
Is
time?
there any
Yes, sure.
litter on the street outside school? Is there any litter near our homes? Are the play areas clean or safe to play in?
Complete
How
the right
can
part. Yes.
how yes, how can you do this project? Here are some ideas. You can find pictures on the internet or in books of areas where litter is a problem. Who can you ask about litter and what happens to it? Where does the litter go when it is collected? How can we use this information to encourage people to care about the environment?
Great. This picture that has been shown over here, this is a day-to-day picture. Every time you step up the house, you can see one of the footpath being flooded with all this litter. Right or wrong?
Yes, ma'am.
It could be a school, it could be a home, it could be a society, it could be any area that you live in. You can find these pictures. So, what I want you is to either make a PowerPoint presentation or you make a poster where you can, take all these pictures. I would love if you don't simply get it from the internet, you just step outside, you will see this, click some pictures. You can click both the pictures. It could be a positive side also, a negative one also. Let us create awareness of how littering can cause a problem. So what can you do is you will take some pictures of both the aspects, all the litter that is being made, and again if you can get images where all the litter is being segregated, it is being, I have this video. Just a minute, let me see if I, because I've saved this video. I was going through reels and I got this segregation video. I'll just see if I can show it to you. So that is what I want. Just go collect some pictures, make a nice PowerPoint presentation out of it, or you can simply.
Ma'am, what you said, can you say another time?
Um, I have one video that I want to show, which I found very funny, but then it was, very, I would say, it cost. Wait. I have that video.
Ma'am, what we have to make a presentation?
You have to make a PowerPoint presentation for all these things, that we've discussed. Oh, what is happening? This is such a nice video. I wanted to show you, but then that's asking for some password that my husband has. Oh, I don't have the password. Shit, that's bad. Okay, anyways, I'll try to show it to you, or I'll try to share it with you on the classroom itself. We have, if you see reels just like I do, we have that song Kacha Badam.
Yes.
Anybody?
Oh God, ma'am.
Ma'am, I know that
Literally.
my
Yes,
cousins live and the new baby there, he's almost 3 years old. He also sings that kacha badam like.
That is
God,
such a
it's so
good.
annoying. Like one day, like they're making so bad reels, and like you just like my mom is saying, my aunt was saying that I just opened my Instagram to just like look at some stuff, and those reels were only coming. That was
You
so
can
annoying.
see those
The
reels are coming.
foreigners were also
yes,
dancing on
ma'am.
that song.
Who was dancing?
Foreigners.
Foreigner.
Foreigners.
Yes, it has reached the entire world. What I liked in this video was here there was this BMC wala who got segregated garbage into different dustbins. He collected them, he inverted them, and then he started dancing on the song. So that is what I liked about the reel. I even saved it and this I forwarded to my husband also, but I forgot the password. I wanted to share it with you. If it's possible, I will share on our group this reel. Definitely go have a watch how happy they become when they get all this wasted being segregated, because it becomes, so the work is halved. See, if I give you everything mixed like this, it will take so much of time for you to only segregate things. Secondly, you will not be able to segregate some dry things also, because now it has been completely mixed, dirtied. You cannot recycle it also. So the work gets double if you mix everything and then give it to the little wala. So that is the only problem that I would want to show. Anyways, chalo. Okay, so what did we do? Yes.
You gave me an idea for the PPT.
Okay, thank you. So what can you do? You can, simply collect pictures either from your school, or it could be your street, it could be anything near your homes. Collect positive and negative image of both the things. Make a nice PPT out of it, and then the date that you've given me is 28th of February. Okay, can you just see me when is my lecture? Like last week of February, when is the date with the lecture? Can you help me with that?
Can you tell me what you were saying?
We
Ma'am,
were
can
about.
you extend the date because
What do you want me to explain?
Ask for 15th.
28th is a Monday,
Okay. Okay. So we have a
and
lecture
2nd
on
of March is Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yes, we have a lecture on Wednesday. So if it is not a holiday, we can get it by 2nd of March. Will that be fine?
Send on
yes,
Google
ma'am,
Classroom.
yes.
Hmm?
Okay.
Ma'am, or else she can post one folder, then we can post it there
Do
Yes,
you have
that I will do that. But you know what I want? I
when we
want
done.
everybody playing their video on the, in the class, so that everybody sees together. Because I'm very sure if you post it, for an assignment, you will do and post, but nobody will bother and open and see it. So what I don't want is like everybody will prepare a PPT or a poster, and I want you to display it in the class itself. That is the reason I'm allotting a day. So it could be anything by
Ma'am,
the end of
can
this.
you give idea how can we make
Yes.
So,
PowerPoint
ma'am, what we
presentation?
have to do? Can you tell again?
Yes, I'll tell. No worries. See, here you have to make a project about littering. Can you see this? A project about littering. What can you do? You can talk and make some questions.
Yes.
Okay, what are the questions? Is your school tidy or is there any litter? So these are the guidelines that are given. On the basis of these guidelines, you have to make a PPT or a poster. Is there any litter on the streets outside the school? So what can you do? You can visit to some public place, or you can just go outside your home, and if you see any litter, you can just click pictures and just try and explain what is the
In our
problem.
folder, we have to write these questions.
No. You don't have to write a simple PowerPoint presentation. You all see, in my project, in my subject, you are free to do whatever you wish. So there is no compulsion. If you want to write, you can write them. If you want to don't write, you don't. You have to just, you just want to show the pictures. You just want to explain about the pictures. Even that will do. But make a PPT that is worth seeing.
Okay.
Okay. What other things can you do? Is there any litter near our homes? You can even click pictures near your homes. Are there play areas clean and safe to play in? You can go to, normal gardens, and you can see, are these play areas good enough, hygienic enough for the children to play in? You can click some good pictures also about the gardens that are clean, that are neat, that are sanitized. You can click just so many pictures. You can even go to the internet and search some of the pictures. Yes, Peta.
I thought that you were asking us to go to a nearby garden
You
because
can go.
it's closed over here.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Whatever is possible, whatever will make a good PPT, put on all your efforts. It's absolutely free of what stuff you want to put in your PPT. You can do it whatever you
Ma'am,
feel like.
can I take a picture of my society garden?
Yes, definitely. I'm telling you, whatever you feel like putting in a PPT, you are free to do. You can do it anyway. It should only be a good PPT that will highlight some good aspects of the environment. Okay, a positive ones also, and highlight the negative ones also. This is only one part of the PPT. Next two is coming. I want Mahira to read this. Mahira, please read. Mahira, where are you?
Yes, ma'am, just 1 minute.
Sure. I don't see anybody's face. Why are your cameras turned off? Chalo, quickly turn on your cameras.
Project 2, saving energy. Project 2, saving energy. This project is about saving energy. In your group, talk about some of these questions. In our our school, do we waste energy? Are we energy infinite?
Efficient.
Yeah, good. Efficient. Does our school use renewable energy? Is there a factory or office that use energy near our home? How can we save? How can we
Energy is in our home. I think she's got some network problem.
Ma'am, should I read them?
Yes, you can continue reading.
How can you do this project? Here are some ideas. You can find pictures on the internet or in
Sorry,
books of
ma'am,
it
my internet
where
problem. That's why I
energy
got.
is
Not a problem.
where energy is being wasted. Who can you ask about energy? Where can you find information about renewable energy? How can we use this information to encourage people to save energy? How can we encourage them to care about the environment?
So this is the second part that you will be putting in your PPT to save energy. Okay. Idea has been given over. Just find pictures from the internet about the areas and the energy where the energy is being wasted. You know, I told you I have this habit. I will just plug out my cell phone and I'll forget to switch it off.
And ma'am, we have to find the picture and write the question answer.
What question answers? You know what you can do is you can simply kind of explain it a little, just 1 or 2 line about it, like how energy has been wasted. You don't have to write the questions. You can write also if you want, you can write, but just try and make it simple and quick. Okay. The choice is entirely yours. You can write, you cannot write, you can put pictures, you can explain it, anything will do. You can ask about, sorry, who can you ask about the energy? Where can you find information about the renewable energy? You know, what is renewable energy that can be restored again and again? How can we use this information to encourage people to save energy? You know, what you can do, you can find how clean these renewable energies are, and then we can persuade people to opt for this renewable. What are renewable energy? The solar energy, the wind energy, the tidal energy. Yes, all these are
Hydroelectric.
the cleaner source of energy, and you know, these will not only save the environment, but it again, it would be better for the future generations also. So you can, you know, just read some books, or you can go through the internet also, you can see some videos also, and you can just combine everything together and make a good poster or PPT out of it. Okay, so this is the second part of the project. Then comes the third part. Sarah wanted to read. Na Sarah,
Yes, ma'am.
chalo start reading.
Project 3, the problems with acid rain. The project is about the problems with acid rain. In in your group, talk about some of these questions. What is acid rain? How it is caused? Why is acid rain a problem? What can we do about reducing acid rain? How can you do this project? Here are some ideas. You can find you can find pictures on the internet or in books or areas where acid rain is a big problem. Who can you ask about acid rain? Where can we find information about acid rain? How can we use the information? How can we use this information to encourage people to understand the problems of acid rain? How can we encourage them to care about the
Right. Okay, so now the third point is the acid rain. We all have learned about the acid rain. What is an acid rain? What is an acid rain? Anybody who knows it?
Ma'am, acid rain is caused by sulfuric acid fumes which are released by the factories.
Definitely. You know, these are like,
and ma'am, because of polluting the air.
yes, definitely. By polluting the air, the factories, and again, you know, some like activities, you know, carbon and methane. These are the two main gases. So it's the sulfur thing that goes mixed with the air, and then it comes along with the rain that causes acid rain. What does it cause? You know, it can literally, you can see the picture over here. You can see the picture over here. It can entirely corrode a stone. Can you see its impact on a stone? So what would it happen if it would fall on a human like us, or a plant, or a
We
fish
can
that
all
is there
yes.
inside the pond? Will they be able
You
to
are
We cannot. We will die.
instantly it will
Can
die?
also
If a
damage the
rock
aquatic
can
animals.
be damaged such badly, so a living being will not be able to bear the heat of the acid rain. So that is what, what is the problem, and what can we do to reduce this? See, basically acid rain is caused because of the air pollution. So what can we do? We discussed it in a previous lecture, where we have to use bicycles, and factories should opt for better ways so that they do not cause pollution. We discussed all these things before also. So these are different steps that could be taken so that we can reduce acid rain. Okay, so what can we do? We can simply go to the internet, surf for all these informations, and then we can make a PPT. What I suggest now is, now we have got three topics: littering, saving energy, and acid rain. These three topics altogether, according to me, will become a little more for a PPT presentation. Like even if your PPT has 10 slides, it will become more. So what I suggest you is, you can select any two topics out of three and make a poster or a PPT. Will that be
okay,
fine?
ma'am.
Any two
Yes, ma'am.
topics,
Yes,
because
ma'am.
Yes.
covering all the three topics will again become a little difficult also, it will become a little big also. So
And
any
then
two
our
topics.
last one we can do in the next class.
Definitely, that's fine. So last one, as in like what last one?
Problems with the acid.
No, we
Problems.
can have the idea which is said is better, because then we can also complete the project and we can have more time for the other coming lectures.
Yes, that is what. So you can just simply go surf the net, click some pictures if it's possible, like for saving energy. If you can somewhere find solar panels are installed, like even in the villages and all, I can see solar panels now. So if you can find these pictures and all, the windmills, the tidal energy, you can just read
Can we
about it.
search from the internet?
Yes, definitely. You can search from the internet. But see, what is important is that collect first-hand information where you will personally go and click some pictures that would be more interesting. That is what matters. It is very simple for me to sit in
Ma'am,
front
but
of a
here we
camera.
cannot find windmills.
Definitely, see, here we cannot find women. That is the only thing you'll find on internet. But see to it that as far as possible, you collect first-hand information, that you go yourself, click some pictures, or you have any book or something, just take some stuff from there and try and put it in your PPT. It should not look like a PPT that isn't entirely been absorbed by the internet and given back to me. It should not look like that. Okay. So three topics, you have to select any two of your choice, start working on it, because making a PPT is a not very simple thing. It will take you a week or 10 days. We have this 10 days period. In between, if you have any doubts, any problem, you can tell me, we can discuss during the lectures, and then by the end of this month you have to be ready with your PPT. Fine.
Yes.
Okay, we
Yes,
have
ma'am.
question answers to be solved, but that I'll do in the next class, because I have just 1 minute to go. I won't be able to complete it. But as for
Ma'am,
now, my chapter is complete. Yes, Pita.
ma'am, I can't make project this one.
No
I'll
way.
be
How?
attending a wedding.
Is a poster, like even if you make a simple poster out of it, that would hardly take 2 or 3 hours.
I
Will
can
that be
make
fine?
on Monday, I think so.
Monday, like you have to submit
Till
it by the
Sunday,
end
the
of
wedding
this
will be
month.
over.
By the end of this month. I'm not
Ma'am,
asking you within this
I
week.
can't do it.
Uh,
I try to
when,
do all my projects. I have left some
when is the
projects
wedding? Can you
now.
please be a little precise? When is the wedding?
The wedding will be end on Sunday.
Sunday, this Sunday.
And yes,
Yes, so I'm asking it,
wedding
like
will
it
be
will go
over.
up till 28th March. Oh, sorry, 28th February. So that's fine.
Okay, I'll try to make it and
Okay. Just
complete
take
my
out some
project.
time and make it. Okay. Chalo. Ending my lecture over
Okay,
here,
okay.
and then we'll discuss more about it in the
Bye,
coming
ma'am.
lecture. Chalo, bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Ma'am, take